Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe. It's Thursday night and we are playing Star Trek Adventures Empok Nor. Joining us tonight, in order from left to right, we have Everoth.
Hello, I am Everett, and I am playing for you today the Gorn engineer Cassidius Garimar.
And we have James.
Hey, I'm James. I am playing Donnie, and she is Romulan.
That is not order from left to
Quatmalat.
right because I'm an idiot. We have Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I am playing a sexy hologram lady, dude, person, whoever she wants to be.
And last but not rightmost, we have Tom.
Hey, I'm Tom. I'm playing Dan, the ex Federation tactical officer, now frontiersman.
All right. And let's just get right to it. I think we will open up on the ops deck. You are all.
She's still not on the desk.
I keep
Oh.
forgetting to give her a desk. Yes. You guys were kind of going about your business on the station, but were pretty quickly called to called to ops. I don't know if do you think we're using communicators at this point, or was it just like a PA page?
I mean, there's probably communicators now that the computers can handle like finding the individual and stuff.
hmm
All right. Noticeably absent is Commander 16. He has taken that Federation shuttle back to his ship for some supplies. It's been about 2 weeks, maybe a little less, since the incident with the computer, and the ship is mostly complete. I feel like between that and the shop, you guys have been fairly active.
hmm
What else has been going on for the last week and a half ish?
A lot of
Set
salvaging.
Setting up a holodeck or
Oh yeah,
holosuites.
you got like two small hollow suites worth of hollow emitters.
How many holosuites could that space fit? Like 5?
I don't know how big a hollow suite is. I guess I picture something that's like 10 feet by
Uh,
20 feet, maybe.
Thereabouts. That sounds about right, actually, because they have empty plenty of times. So yeah. But anyway, that doesn't matter. We can figure that out later.
It does not. But uh, Jet, the sort of colonist leader, calls you guys into the office.
Well, she will head right up. Are the turbo? Is at least one of the turbolifts working?
Yes, that was
Okay.
the first thing fixed. It was not the same turbolift that was working previously because I feel like that passenger car is destroyed and probably needs to be rebuilt from scratch.
There's a steaming rack on the bottom of the.
Yeah.
Big glass.
Casibius, you wanna?
Sorry. Do you need a copy, or should I just strike the? You know.
We'll just copy and paste it in there. Whoa, that was do a flip.
Do a
All
barrel
right.
roll.
All right, so James, you'll have a much easier time if you lower your lift height. There you go. All right, so Jet's like, I hate to pull you away from whatever you're doing, but I'm hoping that the fuzzy targ is in a position where you guys will be able to to mount a rescue. We just got a subspace communication from Dak, the freighter captain who's been working with us, and it seems like he is under attack on the far side of Cardassian space. He was bringing some potential colonists and other people, passengers
Scream.
from Starbase 247 here, and we didn't get the full message, but we do know he's in trouble.
Yeah, we can help out.
The last time we heard from him was in the vicinity of the dark matter nebula by Atbar, and she gives the location of a you know system that's a frequent stop through those parts. She's like, we didn't receive any tactical data, honestly. Since he's a freighter captain, he probably doesn't have great tactical systems, but he definitely seemed panic. And there's 15 or 20 civilians on board as well, so speed is going to be important.
That's good because our ship has quite this engine on it.
Yeah, although, well, you guys are aware of its existence. It hasn't been tested yet, so this will be an interesting trip.
Good. That means we can use daring instead of control.
I would offer you supplies or armaments, but to be honest, we don't have anything to offer. So, hopefully, your ship doesn't need anything.
So are we? I assume we're out of photons at the
Good
moment
luck.
and just have.
Was there any communication from the SOS? Or how do you call them in space?
A distress call.
Is there any communications from the distress call? Any relay?
Yeah, he didn't give a lot of information besides his location and the fact that he was under attack. It wasn't a two-way conversation just because of the way distances and subspace communications work. So there was a time delay, and we haven't received any other information.
Gusevius nods. Understand.
Going blind into battle to save civilians? Sounds like my kind of gig.
I appreciate how helpful you all have been through all of this, putting yourselves and your new ship at risk for a bunch of people you've never met. This is, truly befitting of all of you.
That's
Okay.
why
Yeah, we
I'm
caused enough
here.
trouble the other time, so yeah, might as well.
Yeah, because you definitely won't ever cause trouble in this game.
I was about to say. I was saying we caused enough trouble. Like the computer problem was kind of our fault,
This
and
is true.
we also destroyed the only warp engine they had for a while.
Okay. So let's talk about bridge positions for a minute.
Mhm.
We haven't really made a model for the bridge, and it doesn't really matter. But traditionally there is a captain, although as a group we do not have a command structure. So I was curious if anybody had any suggestions for how we would handle that, whether we just forego having a captain, whether we have a captain that sort of changes depending on the mission or the situation, whether we just have somebody who is the captain. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think?
think planning is not our thing. Chaos is our bread and
I'll
butter.
be the captain. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Captain now.
I
Waiting for
don't
that.
think
Proceed is
like
not an understanding. Very well.
like if we're just going off of
All right, it's
command,
decided.
if we're going just based
Wait, did
off
that
of
actually work?
No, I don't
command,
think so.
it's a Terra. If we're just
Well,
going off
out of
command.
character, to be honest, Sirius has no interest in being the captain. He likes the ship and he likes to take care of it, but he doesn't. Being a captain would take way too much time from his duties.
Seriously though, I think
Um,
I'm
well,
the
that
one who
does
does the
segue into
talking.
another question, which is there are two options for the engineering character. There is
Mhm.
being in engineering, which makes all engineering related tasks one level easier, or there is the internal systems section on the bridge, which does not give you the advantage of having everything be one easier, but it does mean that you were in like tighter communication with the rest of the the rest of the player characters, and there are some like command related things that you could take advantage of. So
Mhm.
which do you think Cassibius tends to do?
He is most likely to be in the direct position of the machine, somewhere where he
Yeah, I'm
can
gonna say.
touch and fix them with his own hands. But he would have no issue being on the bridge if he is needed, especially if it's not something urgent that needs his attention immediately.
I
Okay.
realized I was muted on Discord, but not on the stream itself, so I kept trying to talk to you guys. I was saying before, I should be the one that just does the talking.
Hmm.
Like, I don't need to be the captain, but I have the highest, like, command
Yeah.
and, like, presence and all that, so I'm
Mhm.
probably the one who should be the one doing the view screen. I'm actually okay with if James wants to be the one calling the shots, though.
Um, the command actions do require presence and command.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I'm pretty sure
So
that those are both my dump stats.
yes,
Yeah.
those are my good stats, so it may be
Mhm.
me.
Yeah.
at least for this particular mission.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
those
guess
are
Yeah.
both
you
my
are more
lowest.
directly are directly related to the
Hmm.
station too. So
Hmm. Yes,
For this mission.
for the half of the missions where you're not GMing.
okay. And then
And yes,
I
those are both my dump stats, so I'd be totally okay playing that role. It'll be hysterical and unsuccessful at like everything.
okay. Then I'm gonna pass these out real quick.
Yep.
Sensors would probably normally be Lieutenant Commander 16, but he obviously is not here at the moment. But all the things that say internal systems there, Everoth,
Mhm.
internal systems tests are things that you can do in like regulated play to support the crew.
Kernels. System task. All right, good to know. This is where
Communi-
I can give just a little bit more power.
more power.
And
Uh,
then also he should get the engineering squares as well.
well, that is internal systems and engineering are the same thing.
Oh, okay.
The difference is if you're in engineering when you do the internal systems, it's easier.
Better.
So I guess helm and navigation is probably going to be James. And I say that
Yes.
because evasive action is control and con, but attack pattern and ramming speed are both daring and con.
Mhm.
We're gonna
Uh,
need to just get a bunch of metal and strap it to the front of our ship.
The Klingons actually had a ship that was designed just for that.
Yep. We should get one of the bows and just weld them on.
No, we should do an old school seafaring style like ramming prow.
That's what they had. We could just bolt those on the top, bottom of the saucer section.
Well, the Klingons just had that like giant blade underneath. I think what
Yeah.
James is talking about is more like a ram's head.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be good too.
Since
Anyway,
we have a smaller bridge and crew, James, all of the navigation tasks I think are also from your station.
Oh, cool.
And then Tom, I am leaving you the security and tactical again. I think that those are both
Yeah.
the same bridge station.
Hmm.
Okie doke. Not that we're gonna need those or anything. I just thought we should talk about it.
Hmm.
yeah, not gonna need those at all.
This is gonna be hilarious.
All right. So how do we want to do the quantum slipstream? So I think we decided that the bentamite that powers the quantum slipstream drive does have to be like recrystallized after each use.
Yeah,
So you think like 24 hours? You think 12 hours? What's a good amount of time?
24 hours seems like.
Yeah, I kind of like 24 hours. Like that's
Mhm.
long enough that you don't necessarily want to use it for
Trivial.
everything.
Yeah. And you can still have regular warp, but this is the quantum slipstream lets you achieve transwarp speeds. All right, so
Okay.
we're gonna make it.
Man, that's almost as ridiculous as powered by mushrooms.
All right, we're gonna make it take 3 power, I think, because a regular warp maneuver takes 1.
That sounds about right.
Oh no, power requirement is equal to the number of zones moved. Yeah. Okay, so we're still going to make it cost 3 power. And
And our cloaking drive that we attached, that only works once every scene, you said? Like we can
yeah,
turn it on and off once a scene?
exactly.
Okay.
And then engineering. You know what? No, because we're really using the quantum slipstream for plot convenience, so I don't think we need to
Mhm.
make a roll for it.
Yeah.
All right, so then you guys are able to cross like the better part of a sector. Actually, there's a handy little table that we have here. Normally to get across the sector at warp 7 would take 11 days. At warp 9 it would take 5 days. At warp 9.999 is 53 minutes. So I feel like the quantum slipstream drive can take you across the sector in 20 minutes ish.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
The entire time the cells are over, or whatever that's attached to, are like freaking out, and the ship like shakes really bad.
Yeah, it is not a pleasant ride for sure. But when you figure that the Enterprise NX-01, the same ship that you have like as your basic space frame, it was the first Federation ship to have a warp 5 engine,
Hmm.
and it would take over a month to cross the same distance that it takes you a little less than a half an hour.
So this
Oh,
is
we have the
really,
weird
really fast.
lying down warp drive too, don't we? Like the long ones instead of the tall one. Yeah.
No. We have the interdimension, the one from the other dimension. Do we even?
We also have a warp drive because we still need
You
it.
also have a normal warp drive, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the Series 5 or is it the
No, it's
upgraded?
something more modern.
What's our
So
match
probably
warp on that?
I feel like 8 or 9. I feel like cruising speed is probably warp 6 or 7. Maximum warp is 9.
Okay.
Because it's not top of the line, and if I recall correctly, Voyager cruising speed was less than warp 8, and their top speed was 9.975 or 9.75.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, they're going to have to do another realignment of warp speeds. In between Next Generation and Original Series, they took what warp 9 speed was and basically changed the interval between them because warp speed had gotten so much
So
higher.
much better. Yeah.
And they're going to have to do that again because Federation ships are coming off the line with the ability to go like warp 9.91 or 96. And like eventually you're just going to have to say, okay, that's the new warp 9. Okay. So yes, you arrive in the system.
Are we slipstreaming there, or are we just because we're not that far off, right? Because we're in the Travalis system, and where are we trying to get to?
It is in the or near the dark matter nebula.
Okay.
So the ship was coming from Starbase 257 here. So the system I didn't name, but it's somewhere like north of Atbar and south of Gamma 7.
So do we want to get there in a hurry since they were under attack and just use our 24-hour slipstream?
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, it's that or get there in 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the
Yeah,
slipstream.
I think we got to get there as soon as possible. We can make the journey later.
Okay. So you arrive in the system. There is only one planet. It is a gas giant with 5 or 6 moons capable. I'm sorry, 5 or 6 moons, one of which is capable of supporting an atmosphere, and it is, of course, M class. There are also several small asteroids in orbit around both the gas giant and all of the moons. So when I say small, I mean they're ship-sized or larger, but smaller than what you would normally find in an asteroid field. So, with the absence of Lieutenant Commander 16, who's going to make a sensors roll? Which is control science difficulty 2.
Control science. I'm not bad. I got a 12.
11 on that.
I could do it at a 9.
Oh god. Okay.
I think
We need
I can
actually
do it.
more
I can
player
actually. I think
Tom's,
I'm the best
Tom's
at
got it at
with
13.
13.
Oh, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Focus is
I don't think it's
nothing.
got anything.
I need to change my negotiation one too. I forgot to do that. But all right. Yeah. Okay. So 13-1.
The ship will always
Oh yeah,
help
that's right.
as if it has a focus.
Right.
The ship is going to use
How do I
sensors, which is 10, and science, which is 3, so 13 as well.
how do I
13
keep
3.
making these? The hell is going? That was weird.
Oh, you were dragging through the board and you were grabbing them out of this box down here.
Aha! I was trying to highlight the dice, but
Okay, the ship does
2.
not help.
I
Yeah, we got exactly 2, which is what we needed.
lost.
Nice.
Okay, so you are able to pretty rapidly detect that on the surface of that M-class planet, which, in spite of having an atmosphere, has no vegetation and is pretty pockmarked by asteroid impacts. But you are able to detect the ship, although it seems to be underground or somehow or otherwise like obscured.
Like they took a
And
hard crash.
well, I mean, there's so many impact zones around there. It's kind of hard to tell if any of them are fresh or properly sized. You also receive a hail when you start scanning.
I'll answer it.
Is it like golf ball sized?
No, it's asteroid size. Pay attention. All right, so on the view screen,
Oh, great.
that creepy ass thing. There's a heat shimmer behind it, and it says, "Your involvement was not foreseen. You must leave this system immediately."
I am sorry, but we actually need to get our cargo ship out of here.
A lot
That
happens that's not foreseen. Deal with it.
that ship is currently in the possession. Dang it. That ship is currently in the possession of the Tholian Assembly.
If they're currently possessing them, that is an illegal action, as it's a ship of Empok Nor. Please return the ship immediately.
And the crew.
Can everybody look around real quick and just see if there's something popping up?
Like with sensors or like just
No, like
watching?
literally
No,
bouncing
like an
up and down.
object.
Try it again.
I'm so not seeing anything.
I am not either.
Apparently
All
got it.
right. Yep. All right. This is the planet that you are in orbit of, or I guess nearby. All right.
I mean, I
Sorry.
assume I don't need to make a roll because they're Tholians and they don't like to take orders.
Yeah, you are not
Or
going to be persuading it at all.
at all.
But it is demanding that you leave, and it seems to think that you or that the cargo ship is not yours to have.
I'll like mute the comms and go fight, right, guys? Or try to get them and run.
I'm always down for a fight.
And we win.
All right.
Uh,
Why don't we try
Should we
to
talk about who the Tholians are real quick?
do terrifying?
Yeah, they are one of the most alien species in Star Trek, mostly because they've only shown up a few times, and every time they seem to have really like obscure motivations, and perhaps like knowledge that wouldn't be readily available. So they are extremely xenophobic. They are hardly ever seen outside of their territory. And every time that they have been seen outside of their territory, they have been involved in things that exclusively involved in things that would be like time travel or dimensional travel or other like next scale thing, like science fiction stuff.
Well, we could always try to keep them talking while someone scans to get the individuals on the cargo ship teleported up. I will look over.
Not sure if I could help with that.
Did we get the individual's life signs or just his ship when we scanned?
Just a ship, but again, since it's under the ground or otherwise secured, there's a I'm sorry, give me just a minute.
Is this a break moment or?
I think so. I'm really sorry to do this so quickly.
It's fine. We'll be back in what, 5?
Not even.
Okay. Be back.
And we are back. Thank you for your patience. So I think as you were trying to decide what to do, several small Tholian ships disgorge themselves from the asteroids that are around the.
I guess they made the choice for us.
All right. So first turn, um, always goes to the players unless there's some sort of reason why it wouldn't. In this case, you have plenty of time to react, so I don't think there's any reason why you wouldn't. So anybody on your turn or on your side can make it. And let's set up some zones real quick before things start getting crazy.
So does anyone mind if I go first?
Go ahead.
Should be fine.
I am going to do a rally maneuver, which is a presence command. So 11, 15, and I don't have any real focuses for this, but this is just to create momentum.
Yes.
So
Now the ship does not help with this one.
no. Strictly just to make momentum for us. Well, I got 1, so
1 momentum. All right.
oh, 2 there, but you know. Do we have 2 things
All right.
on that? Because I'm seeing a 0 and a 1.
Oh, really? I'm just
Yeah.
seeing the 1.
Weird. Doesn't matter.
That's happened with these counters before now that I think about it. Okay. So on its turn, one of the Tholian ships moves forward. Now it's your turn.
Okay. So
Who wants to go next? Should we shoot at it, or should we? It's in our
you have a
zone
question?
now.
I have a thing that says um this like it affects the devastating attack momentum spend, but I don't know what devastating attack is or where it is.
Let's look at the big board. Devastating is. Oh, you said it's a momentum spend?
Yeah.
Where is this?
I was looking at my full spread talent here.
Oh, so it's going to be probably a damage effect. Devastating, deadly, debilitating.
Do we
And
actually
also,
have
and
it?
also what a salvo does.
Okay. So that's a weapon quality. So you will
Mhm.
see something that says devastating on it,
Gotcha.
and it
Which we don't
will
have.
Yeah.
damage to increase it. Engineering casts to repair damage caused by this weapon. See, that doesn't look like it would affect just normal benefits of salvo. Attack also gains the benefit of the devastating attack momentum spend. Devastating attack, as though 2 momentum. Okay. That's
Also,
different.
it makes them devastating, I guess, without spending. I don't know what the yeah.
There we go. Devastating attack.
Bear with us, viewers. We are relearning the system.
Roll an additional system that system suffers an additional hit, dealing half the primary attack's damage, rounding up.
And that's on the weapon. It has to be on the weapon.
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
just a
That's
normal thing you can do with momentum.
Okay.
And then a salvo. So when you fire torpedoes, you can either fire 1 torpedo or you can fire a salvo.
Mhm.
Common.
And our photon torpedo stock is pretty low, so
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna do it right now, but I want to know what it does.
Laser disruptor. There we go. Torpedoes may be fired in a salvo, a volley of several torpedoes intended to have a much greater effect. Firing a salvo adds 2 threat to the pool, along
Mhm.
with 1 threat, along with the normal 1 point of threat for using torpedoes, for a total of 3 threat. Firing a salvo adds increases the attack's damage by 1 and grants the spread effect.
Gotcha.
And
Cool.
spread means that you. God, why aren't all of these in the same place?
because it hates you.
Spread. The attack inflicts additional damage elsewhere on the target. If 1 or more effects is rolled, the attack inflicts 1 additional hit on a random system. So basically, what this is saying is
Mhm.
if you fire salvo,
Mhm.
you can hit 3 systems if you roll at least 1 effect.
Nice.
So that is pretty amazing.
Mhm.
But getting back to it, it's
Yeah.
your side's turn.
Either James should set us up for something, or Tom should shoot now.
Yeah, I was thinking about just taking the attack pattern. So
Yeah, if you're doing attack pattern, you should definitely do it before.
yeah,
Mhm.
so I'll do the attack pattern maneuver.
All right, that's daring con difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's weapons con. So the
All
ship's
right.
weapons con is 11, 3. No, I'm sorry, it's not 11, 3, it's 14, 3.
So this is a 15-1 because I'm pretty sure it was a small craft focus, not.
It is.
Ah.
You can change that eventually. But
3.
Yeah, 3.
nice.
That
Some
gains
momentum.
you
Or is,
1 momentum.
does that Is that for a 2 or
No, because
the
the
ship
con is 3.
systems? Oh, okay.
Was one lower, yeah.
So
Actually, your
3.
momentum 3 because your Vulcan sensors added a momentum when you were scanning earlier.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so for the rest, or until James's next turn, attacks against you are 1 easier, but attacks you make are also 1 easier.
Nice. But they
And another Tholian ship is going to move, and it's your side's turn.
Oh, we got range on one of them.
2.
Two. Oh yeah.
Oh, is it attacks against us are easier? It doesn't say on helmet
Yeah,
navigation
there's
reference.
both of them.
Yeah, same with evasive maneuvers, makes it 1 harder to be shot at or to shoot.
Okay.
Unless
okay.
does ever want to go first and do something to the weapon banks or something? I don't know if there's something he can do there. Oh wait, Ever, aren't you designed? I think you're muted too. Aren't you designed to
Can
get
you hear me?
power back? Yeah,
Yes, I was. I wanted to ask how's our power at.
our power's full right now. Maybe we should wait until.
It's not full. It's 8 of 11, unless actually does the evasive, or I'm sorry, attack pattern take a power?
I don't think it does.
Power requirement 1.
Oh, sorry, 7. Yeah, we might want to.
Uh, if you guys want, I can do some power management once everybody finishes their attack.
Okay. So Tom, you want to go then?
Yeah, I can. Guess we're doing combat, so I'll shoot the one. I'll shoot one of them, or the one up. You
This
don't know
one
how to
here?
do the. Yeah,
It's tab.
cool.
Okie doke. You are at close range.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing disruptors or are you doing torpedoes?
Yeah, just disruptors.
Okay. It doesn't say the range on the disruptors on the sheet. Isn't that funny?
I'm pretty sure they're medium.
Weapon choice.
Okay, so it's 16.5 for me, and
For
then
you.
the ship is
Ship is 13-2.
Yeah, banks have a range category of medium. So this will be 1. Difficulty is 3 because you're closer than the.
Also, we
can
have
ships
the.
aim, or is that just a hand-to-hand thing?
No, not in the same way that you're thinking.
Also, is one easier? So our target's 1 then?
This one,
Because
it's
James.
normally 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
If you're outside of your normal or your weapon's optimal ranges, it's 1 harder, so that's 3, and your attack pattern makes it 1 easier, so that's back to 2.
Mhm.
But isn't it close range? The ship?
The ship's at close range. Your optimal weapons range is medium.
Oh, I see. So if we're shooting one out here, it's easier. So if we shoot one of
Yes.
these medium ones. Okay.
Yeah, I'm more worried about the close ones, though.
Yeah. I believe that's 3.
I believe that's 3, so you gain 1 more momentum. Now your damage is 6d6, and that
Mhm.
would be the normal Disruptor Banks damage plus
Yeah.
your ship security, already taken into account.
Also, do we want to? What does vicious do on that?
Vicious means that every Star Trek logo on the D6, which is a 5 or a 6 basically,
Mhm.
is 2 damage instead of 1.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, so oh shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage. Okay.
There's resistance to
Um,
2, it looks like.
the scale is yeah, the resistance is 2, so that 9 makes 7.
Mhm.
So it takes a uh oh shit. Okay,
Can
sorry.
we?
Uh,
Do we
it,
explode
it
it?
takes no. Oh God, no. It takes uh, it, it takes uh
Wound.
a breach they call them.
Mhm.
Right, and that's all our turn. Oh wait, no, Ev.
So it's
Next.
damaged
Their
now.
turns.
How much? I'm sorry.
It's a skill 2, so that means it's damaged.
Yes. All right, Everoth's turn.
Okay. I would like to power manage.
Okie doke. Power management. So that's daring or control plus engineering.
Okay. So I have electroplasma power systems. Not sure if this is a good focus.
Sure.
Okay. We'll do that with a daring of 12, engineering of 5, giving me 17, and more successes on 5.
And what is this ship's?
Oh,
The ship
Is it?
does not actually help with this, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Power management, it does not.
Okay. So 17-5.
does I know my ship apply in this case?
If you want
I
to
know
do
my
such
ship.
thing.
Yeah, we don't
Whenever
need
you
to do
attempt
it.
a task to determine the source of a technical problem, no, you are not trying to diagnose anything.
Or they a little bit more power? Whenever I succeed in an engineering task aboard my own ship, I may spend 1 momentum to regain 1 more power.
Yeah, that would definitely qualify.
Okay, I wasn't sure what type of task this was.
Mhm.
This is a what's the task called? Power management.
Power management, yes. Okay, so if it applies, that means I can use 1 of our momentum. Not sure how much we got. Is that okay
I
with
think
you
we do
guys?
that after the fact.
Yeah, yeah. Do the roll first, I think, and then.
Oh,
Yeah, so honestly, the power management automatically gives you the ability to spend momentum for power. So what a little more power does is it lets
hmm.
you do that when you're doing a different task
So I
Looks like
succeed twice.
that you needed 2, so you regain 1 power, and then for every momentum you want to spend, you can gain another power up to the maximum, which is 11.
I
Actually, I
mean,
take that back. I think power management will actually let you go above the ship's normal maximum power.
well, I don't. So we're up to an 8 now.
You're up to
Just
an 8 now.
Uh-huh. It says repeatable, but
Yes.
I'm not sure what does that mean.
That means you can spend momentum multiple times.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
why don't you we spend like 2 momentum? We're at 4 right now. Does that sound good, guys? That leaves us with 2.
That would leave us with 2, and that would put us at 10 power.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, sorry with me right now.
Okie doke.
Now it's the rest of their turn.
And everybody else gets to move. And actually, they get 2 turns each because they're scale 2.
Oh shoot, we're gonna die. It's gonna be great.
So 2 of them are gonna shoot at you. One of them cannot do anything because it took damage. So let's do the 2 that are gonna shoot at you first. Tholian small craft. That's the one. 9-2. Supported by the ship's weapons, which is 5. Security, which is 2. So 7.
Looks like 2.
Yes. 1, 2. No. The ship didn't help. So the first
So
one
that's 1.
misses. Oh no, the first one hit because you're doing an attack pattern.
Yep.
The second one also hits because you're doing an attack pattern.
That's a
And Disruptor Banks. 5 dice difficult or whatchamahidget 1. Disruptor or vicious 1. All right, so the first attack hits you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your ship's resistance is 3, which makes
3.
that 3, which means that all of the damage gets absorbed by your shields. 1, 2, 3. And the other one. Whoops. Okay.
Except that one.
Except that one. There's 1, 2 damage, which doesn't even get over your ship's.
Resistance.
All right. So then the other 3 ships. 1, 2, and 3 are doing a thing.
No, don't do the thing.
Engines con difficulty of 1.
That doesn't look good for them.
Nope.
That looks better.
Okay. They start weaving some sort of an orange web around you, but for whatever reason, they're not doing it very efficiently. So you lose 1 power, and you are not immobilized yet. And from a ways away, a very large Tholian ship is making its way to you.
Thank you.
All right, new initiative.
All right.
What do we think? We appear to be outgunned.
Yeah. So how many people did they say were on the in the thing?
A couple dozen.
All right. I'm gonna start and try to get a better scan. I'm trying to lock on to life signs on that ship.
Okay. That's going to be control science.
Okay.
Basically, there's like a level 2 block on it, so it's difficulty 4.
Really? I might not even be able to do this.
Because it's underground
Well, with the
or
ship,
otherwise locked.
and I'm gonna spend a momentum. That's the wrong dice.
Did you already click down the? You did not. Okay.
No. All right. And what's the ship's number? I don't remember. Okay.
The ship's number for sensors 10, science 3, so 13-3.
13, and mine is looks like a 12. Okay. Let's hope. Oh, of course.
Ooh.
That does not do it at all.
No, it does not. And there's a complication.
Yeah, I might re-roll this. um. Hmm. I don't think I have a value for this. So never mind.
Oh, God. I guess you don't.
Can any of us assist?
Nope. I mean, someone else could try, but that was mine.
All right. So then what is. It was the ship's die that came up with the thing. So sensor blind. So any ship that would be or any task that would be assisted by the ship's sensors will not be assisted by the ship's sensors. So it's actually going to be one harder
Mhm.
Until someone
until
fixes it.
somebody can fix that.
Sorry, guys.
Oh,
That was a really
okay.
crap roll.
Their turn. I think one of these 3 is going to attempt to do the thing again. There we go. Okay, you are now immobilized. Block you. And this one has gone. All right, your turn.
Wait, so we're immobilized?
Yeah. So basically, the little orange web thingies have formed a grid over you, and you are stuck in place. You can still fire your disruptors out, although the difficulty does increase by 1 when firing out. But you are stuck in place.
I'm kind of a crazy nit. What would happen if we warped to the other side?
Um, do you remember in the second of the new Star Wars trilogy when the Admiral warps her ship into the bridge of
Mm-hmm.
the Mega Star Destroyer?
That.
Yeah. Except instead of another ship, it's just some energy tractor beams in space.
Okay. Um. Well, I got nothing from Helm.
Uh,
I mean, yeah, can we
perhaps.
like can we modulate our disruptor field to I don't know how to fight this thing. But,
I mean, yeah, sure. I feel like that's an engineering task, probably.
mm-hmm.
Okay, try. How could I be able to uh, release us from this thing? What role would I need?
I would say reason engineering supported by the ship's structure engineering.
Okay, and could I focus on reverse engineering?
No.
Or Starship? Oh, what could I use for focus?
Let's take a look here. Focus, Starship Engineering, Electroplasmic Power Systems, Starship Shielding. I don't think any of them really fit here because what you're doing
Shielding might work.
basically.
Like
I'm sorry?
he could reverse polarize the shields or something like that to break us free.
You're basically using the ship's tractor beam system. All right, take shielding.
Okay.
So Reason Engineering, which is 11, 5, so 16,
Mhm.
with the double success on a 5 or better. Supported by the ships. What did I say? Structure, which is 9, engineering, which is 4.
Okay.
Don't forget to roll the ship die.
I got one success. No wait. Recent engineering, you said.
Yeah,
It's 2 successes.
that is 3
3
with the ship.
Yeah, 3 with the ship.
Yeah.
Well, shit, that was the difficulty. So, yeah, you are no longer immobilized, although the web is still around you for the purposes of, firing. And, all right, I think this guy's gonna shoot at you. Oh, wow. Okay.
Why did he get that roll? Stupid thing.
5, and we're just gonna put the extra momentum right into the damage. Oh, dear. For fuck's sake.
Wah wah.
That's unacceptable. Like, I never want to be a jerk about these sorts of things, but on that number of dice, Jesus Christ. All right, fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3. You should also take another 3 damage. World obviously doesn't want you guys to feel like you're losing.
Get us out of this web. We're no longer demobilized.
And sensors pick up another ship coming in at very high speed. And it's your guys' turn.
Had to defy it.
I
That's the
nominate
class.
we move.
Yeah, get out of the shield. Get out of the web at least.
Can we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ev got us out of the web.
got us
Oh, okay.
mobile. So
We got into the controls and did some boop 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 boop.
All right. Now it seems like a good time for my crazy ass maneuver.
What are you doing?
I just want to bump the warp button so we appear behind this big ship.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
I feel like that's daring.
yeah.
What's the warp maneuver usually?
It doesn't say.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
Okay.
insider control.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there is one. So are you doing it to line up a good attack, or are you just trying to get away?
I think line up a good attack.
Okay, then I will give you the option. You can use daring if you increase the value or increase the difficulty by 1. And we'll call it an attack pattern and warp at the same time. Or you can use control and it will use 1 additional power.
The former.
Okay. So then, power requirement is 2 and difficulty is 3. Power requirement is 2.
I'm gonna spend a momentum, I think.
The
Good
momentum.
call.
So this is a 15. Could I argue
And
that this is acrobatics?
you can argue, but you won't win. It's supported by the ship's weapons, was it? Attack pattern, weapons and con. So the ship is rolling at 14-3.
Well, that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, it does. Okay.
So that's 2 momentum.
You gain your momentum back +1, and you. Oh, we're locked. That's why. Zoop over here. Okay, and that Defiant is actually going to move here. So it flies past, and it might take some pot shots at some of these smaller Tholian ships. And then the big ship, I think, is going to shoot at you. So that is 10-3. Supported by the ship's weapons, which is 10.
But they don't take half a second to go, wait, what the fuck?
Oh, I think they do. I think this is them shooting at you instead of trying to capture you. 10-3. 10-2. So 13-3 and 12-2. Oof. Okay. So they make it, but they also get a complication, which is appropriate. So, James, since you're the one that just pulled off that maneuver, I will let you come up with what complication they have while I figure out how much damage they do.
Erratic behavior.
How about you make them target each other?
That's not quite how it works. I think we just confuse the
Confused
shit out of them,
targeting.
right?
I'm sorry, you just said something, James, but I couldn't hear you.
Confused targeting.
Confused targeting. Okay.
They were over there. Now they're over there. Why are they behind us? That can't be a maneuver that people use regularly.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. Your skill is 3, so that's 5. That is going to do a breach to your Random system 19. It's either going to be really bad or really good.
Weapons.
Oh, weapons. Oh, it's actually 2 breaches. Because you're also at 0 shields, because you had exactly 5 shields left. $16, which is structure. Okay, so breach to weapons, breach to structure, combat in space, zones, combatants. That's fine. I just want to see. All right. Communications. Nope, we have weapons damage. You take an impact. Whenever the weapon system suffers 1 or more breaches, it disrupts those functions temporarily until the tactical officer, that's you, Tom,
Mm-hmm.
performs the restore minor action. The ship cannot make any attacks, nor can it attempt any other tasks which would be assisted by the ship's weapon systems.
Mm-hmm.
And structure impact. Whenever the structure suffers 1 or more breaches, the entire ship shudders, power conduits rupture, consoles explode, personnel are hurled around. Roll 1 die, or 1d6. If an effect is rolled, then a random player character on the ship has been injured. I'll do the honors. Ah! Okay.
Damn it.
So we'll just go clockwise around the table, starting with Everoth as 1. What number is that? That's 2. James,
What?
you bounce your head off of the control console in front of you.
I just got disconnected from the server.
Oh, fun.
One moment. While we
Still
take a
streaming?
30-second break. We're still streaming. I just got to take
Okay.
a 30-second break.
Okay, why did that
That was weird. I'm back.
unlock all of the...
I don't know, but that was weird.
All right, let me know when we're back on.
Oh, we're back on.
Oh, okay, great. All right, so James, you are going to take an injury unless you spend avoid an injury. One momentum
We've got
to
2.
yes, to
Eh,
avoid being injured.
I'll spend a momentum.
Okay.
What is going on with this momentum thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, all the numbers look weird on that board.
That is weird. It looks fine for me.
Shields look like it says 101.
I thought it said 11.
No, our
Power
shields
looks
are
like it says
0.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to use regular regular counters for these.
Mhm.
All right. So you take a pretty bad hit. Shields are down. Your pilot has just been trounced off of the steering column. And
Shoot it! Shoot it!
the Defiant craft over here starts emitting some sort of a weird power signature.
Well, for now, we're poised to be right behind it, so shoot it!
Should I do my torpedo thing?
Fire torpedoes, full spread. That's your torpedo thing, right?
Yep.
Is that what you're doing?
First, I'm using my minor action to restore the weapons. So then, yeah.
Okay. You just have photon torpedoes, and they are
Mhm.
high yield.
Hmm.
God, this is wow.
What?
Well, high yield, I think, also does additional breaches.
If it can
Okay.
get through their shields.
Yeah. Okay, so then the range on your torpedoes is okay, so you give me 3 threat.
Hmm.
Uh difficulty is 3 because
Hmm.
your regular photon torpedoes are long range.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, doing the salvo thing. Yeah, obviously because I do full spread.
Right. Um
Okay.
so the full spread does minor actions, security, tactical, control security assisted by weapon security.
Hmm.
That doesn't actually have the
Do you have any momentum
so
left? Yes, we have one.
One,
Yes. Mind if I use it?
go ahead. Wait, does the cloak activation take momentum?
no.
Okay, then go ahead.
Okay. Well,
That's my
add extra
first move
die.
next turn.
All right.
Where the
1,
ships go?
2,
Oh, there it is.
3, 4. 4
Okay.
successes.
That
And
gives
no
you one
momentum.
momentum. And you do 3, 4 damage.
Ah. This was never want to roll off of there.
You
That's
got to
fine.
give him just a
Cheers.
little bit of momentum towards there. Okay.
Hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4 damage.
Yep. Usually you pick down their things with disruptors first and then
Yeah,
go for the torpedoes.
threat, increases weapons damage and grants the spread effect. All right, spread attack.
At least it'll just distract them and go to cloak.
An additional hit to a random system. Okay, so then half damage, rounding up. So what's how much damage did we do? 4.
Hmm.
Or
So 5, 6, which
5, 6.
is a it's resolved separately. Reduced by resistance, reduces shields, and potentially causes breaches individually. Okay, so then you do 4 damage and 2 damage to its shields. which is actually 1 damage because of its scale.
Yeah, looks flashy, but
Yeah, usually you
thinking-
wear the shields down before firing the torpedoes.
that's why I was like, hey, how about I do that thing? And nobody said anything, so
Plus, your photon torpedoes are
kind of crappy.
maybe a little dated.
Yeah. Okay, that's my thing.
The Orb Weaver moves over towards the shimmering rupture that's forming over the planet. And as 2 more ships fly out of it. And your turn.
Assume
Did
we're
I go?
cloaking.
Wait, did I go?
No, you haven't gone yet.
I'm cloaking.
That is something that would normally be done from the tactical station.
Well, then I am going to pull up. Does the chair have the tactical, the thing where you can change
You
stations?
can override, so that means that you can attempt a task from any other role, but increase the difficulty by 1.
What's the difficulties usually to activate the cloak? Because, yeah.
Control engineering with a difficulty of 2, assisted by the ship's engines and security. So it would be difficulty of 3. Power requirement of 3.
And you said control engineering?
Yes.
13. So I'd have to make each one of these. You know what? We have 1 momentum left.
Oh, somebody spent that.
Oh.
But
Tom just spent that.
then I got it back.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use that because I think we need to be invisible right now. I'm going to do the thing. All right. Come on. Don't screw with me this time. We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay!
You got it right on.
Yep.
Okay. You guys cloak.
Fix the ship!
All right, so I'm going to handle this a little bit more narratively now then. Oh, yeah, first, Everoth, why don't you roll damage control? I would imagine you want to fix something.
Let's bring our shields back up.
The officer dispatches a damage control team, which is presence plus engineering, and the difficulty is 1 because you only.
I don't think we have a
one.
damage control team.
I did not think about that.
I think we're operating on the most skeleton of skeleton crews right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
you want me to regenerate shields first or repair first?
I would actually. You can regenerate shields now. The repairs are going to take more time because you don't have a damage control team. So I would do. Oh, and there's 3 power for the cloak.
We need to get some of those robots they had in Discovery.
Does I know my ship apply?
Is I know my ship a value, a talent, a focus?
It's a talent.
You can use your determination if you want.
No. It said
Bonus for
whenever I attempt a
repairing.
task that is repairing a technical problem with my ship, I can add a bonus D20.
Whenever you attempt a task,
But you're
to
recharging the shields, right?
yeah, this does
That
not
does
help
not
right
count
now.
as. Okay,
That-
sorry. That's what I wanted to ask.
But you do have the
Because a D20
focus
is a
of
D20.
ship shielding.
Yeah,
Okay,
starship
so-
shielding, so the focus will apply, and a little more power will also apply.
Okay.
Uh,
Two
We don't need
fails.
momentum, so it doesn't matter.
that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So is the
that's-
difficulty 1 or 2 for power generation? Power management, difficulty of 2, which can succeed at cost, but you don't have any
No.
momentum, so it doesn't matter.
Regenerating shield is difficulty 1.
Oh, okay. Well
Control
then,
engineering is. Oh, I actually succeed once at least.
Yay!
regenerate shields. Difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's structure plus engineering.
Oh.
+1 difficulty if the shields are 0.
Well, okay, then we have to.
No,
So-
I'm
so
wrong.
roll the
My
ship.
control engineering is 12. I do not succeed even
Oh
once.
nope, we do it. Oh no. Oh, it's
You
12. Never mind.
Yeah, you do. Oh, no, you don't. You're right, because you have to succeed at least once for the assist.
Yep.
Yeah, it's control engineering as well, and I only got a 12 for that.
Alright, yeah,
So-
you're gonna have to reroute power through some backup somethings or something.
I'll find a way to get power.
Alright,
Well, we're
so
invisible
then-
right now, so
you are cloaked, and as you cloak, or as you are cloaked, you see that these Defiant class ships flying in formation lay into the big maybe I should roll just because I'm kind of curious how bad one pass is. Phaser rays, phaser cannons, quantum torpedoes. Okay, I am just going to do 3 ships worth of
damage.
phaser cannon damage. So these pulse out and are a close range weapon. Oh, god damn it.
Too much.
Okay, so that's one ship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Jesus.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dang it. I keep giving it a little bit too much juice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so even taking the scale of the ship into account, it takes like 3 or 4 breaches there. And that's before they try and follow it up with, oh, its shields are down to almost nothing. Its shields are down to nothing.
And then they follow up with quantum torpedoes.
And then they're going to follow up with quantum torpedoes. Actually, I think 2 are, while another one goes over and, like, engages these small ships. So there is a melee in orbit.
And while that's happening, I'm supporting Ev, yelling commands at him, hoping to give him the bonuses to
Well, so
fix the shields.
this will go on for a while, so you can do a lot.
I think we're in narrative mode now, aren't we?
Yes, we are in narrative mode as 3 Defiant class escort. What are they? Escort corvettes, probably?
Yep.
Engage a bunch of Folian ships in orbit around the planet.
Just kind of actually want to play STO now.
I'll start playing STO with you. You got a character
haven't
on there
played
that
that
has
in
an
forever.
Enterprise J class cruiser.
I have a rare, what are they called? What were the bad guys in Enterprise?
Zulaban?
Season
Oh, yeah,
3?
Oh, Zindi.
Zindi. I have a rare Zindi ship.
Okay, so we should talk about this later.
Yeah.
So while all that is happening,
Yes.
can Thani kind of keep our ship in a place where, like, if we have to, we can step in and.
Yeah, I won't even need to make you. Actually, I am going to make you roll for that. Give me insight security.
This is a 15, and I do have a focus in stealth, so 15-5.
I feel like that works. The ship
Ship.
is not going to assist here, mostly because it's you, like, reading the battle.
What's the difficulty?
Oh, good
2,
point.
because you're creating an advantage.
That is 3.
So you gain a momentum. Yeah, alright, so if you need to step in or feel the need to step in on one side or the other, you will have a +1.
In the
Or
meantime, we're
-1
fixing
difficulty.
the ship.
You're fixing the ship.
Mm-hmm.
The breach is actually going to require, like, you only had the one breach, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
2.
think so. 2.
2 breaches?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, because
right.
it had
Okay,
that double breach.
Mm-hmm.
you're right. So, the damage itself is going to kind of stick around, if that makes sense,
Mm-hmm.
like in terms of hit points, but you can fix the effects.
Which I already did. It was just clearing
Okay.
All right,
the
then I think
weapons.
I'm supporting Ev vocally for his shields.
Mm-hmm.
You can also bring the shields back up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
So
bring
we're
I can
Well, it
too.
depends on how
You-
long you're willing to wait, right? Like, if you wait 20 minutes, you can get the shields back up to full. If you
Well,
just want a little bit of shields, you can go after like 5 minutes.
I
Well,
think a
doesn't it,
little bit of
like,
shields.
don't you have to
you could try to
disengage the
make the
cloak?
shield roll, then I could try to repair the ship.
Oh, Tom, you are 100% right.
Yeah, so I figure we don't
Then
have to put up
let's
shields until we
then
can
let's
hold off on
scan
that.
then. Then let's do scanning and try to get the people out of there.
I'm just going to say narratively, you cannot beam the people out because of whatever the interference is.
Okay.
Y'all are going to have to go down to the planet. So you can beam yourselves or you can land the ship. Your
Well,
choice.
I want to see what's going on up here. Can we hail while we're cloaked? We can still hail while we're cloaked, right?
Yes, but it's possible that they will be able to recognize or locate you. And somebody's got some background noise coming in.
Are those Federation ships or are they weird?
I mean, how would they be weird?
Like, do they have the same weird insignia that we had originally?
Yep.
Yeah, let's not talk to them.
Maybe just down to the planet then?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go land.
I guess I'll stay up here then, because someone needs to operate things.
We can land the ship.
No, this is not atmosphere worthy.
Oh.
Like the Intrepid class, the one on Voyager, it was a big deal that one was atmosphere worthy.
Okay.
I feel like the fact that this is mostly a moon with a barely breathable atmosphere means that you could land it if you wanted to. Although it would be there's a chance of getting another breach.
I'll just stay up for now, and if I need to teleport down, I can.
Okay.
Or unless the ship can auto do that. No, I don't think it can. Yeah, I'll stay
What?
up.
Transport?
Yeah.
It can, but there's the difficulty would be more if there's not somebody there to operate the transporters.
We don't have a crew yet, so I'll just stay up here for a minute.
Okay.
We still have to get our crews out of their pods.
Well, remember, the Remans made a deal with us.
Mm-hmm.
They were gonna help operate the ship once we set them free from those mines.
Oh yeah. I was
But we
thinking
haven't
about
done that yet.
the Jem'Hadar folks that we have in our cargo base somewhere.
Oh yeah, we haven't really gotten around to doing anything with those.
Yeah.
There's little babies, bunch of Jem'Hadar babies. Okay. So then, transporting. So there is no transport pad on the surface. So normally a transport pad is difficulty 0.
Mm-hmm.
Since there is no transport pad, or is it normally 1?
Pretty sure it's 0 from transport pad to transport pad.
Barring like weird interference.
Like, and I'm pretty sure transport pad to just like ground surface is a difficulty 1.
Reduces the difficulty of that task by 1. Okay. So then, it's normally difficulty 1. Since there's not a pad on the surface, it's difficulty 2. But if you do the transporter from the transporter pad, it goes back to difficulty 1. And that is control engineering,
With the ship?
supported by the ship's structure engineering.
Okay.
I'm sorry, sensors engineering. So that's 14.4. You make it?
Yep, by 1. So we get a momentum back.
Do you have a focus?
No, but I have lower than a 5 and it's a difficulty 1. Because it's transport pad to ground surface, right?
Which is difficulty 2.
Oh, sorry, I misheard you then. Yes, then I make it.
Okay. All right, so everybody materializes on the surface.
Wait, do all of us? Because I'm not sure the ship requires further reparations.
Yeah, you go down there.
You've done
Yeah.
what you can for the ship.
Yeah.
All right, so you get there in that same orange tractor beam based webbing that that was surrounding your ship for a minute is basically pinning this ship inside of like a natural cavern here. Additionally, you can see that a door inside of the ship has been blown or bashed in, and you can hear some weapons fire inside.
Is there any like source of the web or anything? Like, is it being emitted by something or?
Basically, it looks like the energy is somehow anchored to the sides of the rock. So there's not anything emitting it,
Mm-hmm.
but the energy isn't dissipating, and it's anchored at specific points.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to roll reason engineering, you could probably figure out a way uh to counteract it,
That would be Ev.
or to like just brute force your way through would be like fitness.
Mm-hmm. Want to do recent engineering, Ev?
Sure, let me give it a try.
Reason engineering difficulty 2.
Okay, that would make it a 16. I'm not sure if I can get a focus here. Reverse engineering, maybe?
Yeah, actually, reverse engineering will totally work in this case.
Okay, that makes it a 5 or less or more. And I don't think I have a value that applies here, so. Sorry, a talent that applies here. So here I go. I have 3 successes.
3. Yeah, okay. Then you gain 1 momentum. And yeah, so you figure out a like specific harmony that you could emit from the ship's deflectors
Mhm.
inside there to totally take down the whole net. But you can also send it out from a personal tricorder to allow you guys to slip through.
Well, let's
So
slip through then.
all right, you slip inside. You follow the sounds of the weapons fire through the ship to the what's labeled as the cargo bay.
Hmm.
There it goes. All right, so you are just outside of the store. Let me make sure I got the scale right. Not so much.
Are those
Yeah, that's about
Tholians
right.
right there? Or?
Nope. They are wearing almost full body suits, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what race, but they are bipedal, and Tholians have 6 legs. They are exchanging fire with a group of Cardassians and others in the far end of the cargo bay. There's also several bodies laying around the door as if they like breached in and were cut down by the defenders.
Okay, so we hear phaser fire, so I'm gonna spend that 1 momentum.
For what?
Draw my sword.
Ah. All right. Well, you guys can act first. The attackers are focusing on the defenders, and so you can definitely surprise them.
Cool. Can I go first?
Please.
All right. So yeah, Donnie will bust through the door and right up to these guys. Oh, 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 oh. Ah!
Okie doke. Yeah, go ahead and roll your attack. And it's going to be opposed by their daring security.
17.5.
And that's opposed by their oh, that's the defiant. Here they are. Daring 9, security 4, so 13-4.
Three.
To their 1 and a complication. Roll damage and do an extra die's worth of damage.
All right, so 7 damage total. Since we learned we were adding
Double
way
adding.
too much. So it's actually, so there's 5, 6, 7, and the extra. And this is vicious. Damn it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. They have armor, so they have a resistance of 2. You cut him down. Is it the one at the corner or the one farther back?
The one farther back.
Okay.
The one in the corner is not going to notice Donnie.
Well, I think he does when. Well, wait. Did you get any momentum on that attack?
Yes. I got 2.
If you spend both of those momentums, I will let you like attack the guy through the neck so he cannot make a noise.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take that.
Um. Well, so effectively, then they're shooting down there. Maybe this guy advances a little bit. But that means that you guys can go again since they're not attacking at you.
I'll aim and shoot
Okay.
that guy.
Oh, Tom, by the way, you're gonna want one of their guns.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Aim and shoot at the guy at the corner. I would take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Difficulty 2, control security.
Difficulty 1. Yay.
Sorry. Becoming.
Okay, 16, 5.
3. So
Mhm.
you gain 2 momentum
Mhm.
and roll your damage.
Eight. Ah, damn it.
Just rotate. Rotate.
There we go.
Also, I like how you throw that off the table only for it to appear right where it was.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah, that's all of us. All right, let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Resistance to 2, so you vaporize him. He's gonna move up.
Ev.
Yeah, Ev, you can go. You know, there's one more guy because you saw him kind of walk down the side here, but I don't think you're gonna be able. You know what? You can move to the corner and attack. I let James go that far, so if you want to shoot him, you can.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Uh-huh.
All right,
What is it? Security what?
control security difficulty 2.
Oh, that's gonna be hard.
What
Still
kind of
have
weapon do you
4
usually
without
use?
focus. Uh, hand to hand. I'm not a fighter. Well,
Oh,
technically, I am a hand-to-hand combat one, but I am.
Well, just
I'm
shoot
not
anyway.
like a soldier.
It doesn't
Soldier.
hurt.
Okay, phaser type 1 with a 7 and a 4. That's an 11.
I mean, it's a difficulty 2 shot, so it's 25% chance. Which you don't do.
No, only one success.
alrighty. So you shoot and hit the side, and this guy sees you, and so I think he's gonna take. Oh no, he already moved.
Twice.
So yeah, he did move twice, didn't he? All right. James or Tom, you can go.
Can I go? I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Thani is gonna jump up here and run across there and dip in behind him.
Okay. Um, I don't think anybody gets a shot off at you. Mostly out of like pure shock.
I
Tom?
think at this point, Thani
Oh,
is just gonna say, "Your path has ended, my friend."
okay. If you're telling him he's there, then he's gonna try and actually he's gonna try and melee you because
Shooting in close is hard.
Well, yeah, you don't instinctively use your rifle when somebody is standing right behind you like that. So, his daring security versus your daring security. Same numbers as last time.
Yeah. 1, 2.
He got 2 to your 1, I think.
No, I
Right?
got 2.
Oh, you have 2.
Yeah, I'm versus 17.
Well, then, yeah, he attacks you with his sword or with his rifle, and you parry it with your sword. Tom, do you want to go? Or actually, Everoth can go now too.
I already went with the fail shot. Do you want me to shoot again?
You could always bum rush him from behind.
Do I fit?
Yeah, you fit.
Okay. I'll try and melee him from behind by slapping the back of his head with one of my big claws.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll daring security against his daring security.
16 with hand-to-hand focus.
Okay. Yeah, roll all 4 of those.
4. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
the yellow ones are him because it's opposed. Jesus. Okay. Roll your damage.
That is 3 successes with vicious. Sorry, mean right hook, which adds 1 more vicious damage to my effect. So that would make it 6, not 5, right? Or how does the vicious one work?
Vicious means that Starfleet symbols do 1 extra damage.
Ah, okay. So that's 5 of these.
One, two, three, 4. You can re-roll those 2 for 1 momentum if you would like.
Yeah.
How many do we have?
3 plus 1 more that you just generated.
Okay, I'll use the one that I generated.
Okay, yeah, re-roll those 2 dice.
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing. Okay,
we failed.
so you do some stress to him, but you do not injure him.
I mean, that's also funny. Just wudunk.
Yeah. Tom?
I don't
Tomas?
think
Oh,
you can
sorry,
shoot
I
him.
forgot my mic wasn't down. All right, you said they have rifles.
They do have rifles.
Oh, I'm gonna take one of them.
Okay. Not greedy at all.
Actually, I'll probably grab that guy's, so so they're not standing in the middle of.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, when you go through the doorway, I think some of the defenders shoot at you. But they're not super well trained, so the chances of them hitting you are pretty slim. He says while rolling 2 dice and hoping. Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Top of the round.
James or Everoth.
Well, he
You gave
chooses
him a
to remain
chance.
on this path. Yeah. 1, 2. I guess we're just gonna repeat this dice roll. Oh,
Oh God.
You miss.
wow.
He, I think, realizes that he's fighting for his life.
Uh,
You know
And you have
what?
a determination.
I'm not sure how much more is going to be involved in this session, and I don't feel the need to use it yet.
Okay.
I might
Mhm.
not wind up with another chance to, but if something else comes down, it might be handy to keep.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not a very life-threatening situation, so
Turns out, you know, he's gonna throw down his rifle and raise his hands.
good
I
choice.
go. We're from Empok Nor. Here to
Uh,
rescue you.
yeah, Borith, who's like the second in command of the colonist side of Empok
Mhm.
Nur, he's like, "We're here. We know." Yeah, so
Oh.
you go out and there's, you know, the handful of colonists.
Mhm.
They've broken open what looks like a smuggling compartment and pulled out a case of weapons. Um, Only about half of the civilians are armed.
Mhm.
There's also several that are not Cardassians. Um,
That
and
looks like
then so
another
this.
Gorn in there.
Oh yeah, so if you want specifics, there is a very, I guess, Everoth, you're the only one that knows that he's old, but there is a very old Gorn in there. There's a Antician who's kind of like a, I don't know, like call him like a dog person, I guess. There's a Bolian female, and then there's a Nakul and a Janai. So Janai are sort of like a mono-gendered race, and so a little more androgynous looking. And then the Nakul have glowing red eyes, or in this case blue, and kind of a more harsh rubber uh, prosthetic face. The guy in the purple cloak, Dak, this is his ship.
Mhm.
He's an Indosian, so he's got 3 arms and 3 legs.
I'm gonna calms down and be like, guys, they're they're about done murdering the Tholians. You might want to take care of that.
They are indeed just about done murdering the Tholians.
All right, let's get out of here.
Um, yeah.
Is your
So
ship functional?
I think so. They've had us pinned down in here for a while, so
Mhm.
you know, it might be a good idea to check engineering to see if they've fucked anything up.
I direct Ever to go to engineering.
Uh, Grievance will give them a nod and head over there to see what he can do.
I'm gonna rip this guy's helmet off.
He is human.
I think for now I'm gonna thump him in the dome with the butt of my sword.
Not with the helmet that you just pulled off of his head.
Oh yeah, with the helmet. Thump him in the head
I
with the
just like
helmet.
visually that's even better, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who are you? Human. Bap.
If we ever get it, you should take the pinch, the Vulcan pinch.
Oh
It wouldn't benefit his character.
Oh
no,
yeah.
not really.
Because what it does is it lets you use science or medicine in place of security in
Oh
a
yeah.
melee
Screw
attack.
that. That's actually really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be detrimental to my character actually.
All right, so
Besides,
Random question, but
thumping people in the head with their helmets seems to work.
what's here? Because I see white boxes or white
Same.
cubes.
really,
Mm-hmm.
okay, just spacesuits.
Okay.
It's weird that not all the assets are loading. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay, so the ship is in working condition.
Mm-hmm.
You do have to, you know, he does have to do the thing, but you already
Yeah.
figured out how to drop
Yeah.
uh the web. He's like, um, my shields were damaged. Are those troops that are outside? If they shoot, like they can seriously damage the ship. Should I just make a run for it and hope they don't hit us, or do you want to go out and try and do something about them?
I'll take care of them.
Was there anybody out there when we came in?
Not when you came in,
Yeah.
but looking out through the window now.
Mm-hmm.
You can see like several in defensive positions in the pockmarked craters.
You know
Freighter have any
what?
guns? This thing have any guns on it?
Just the ones that I was smuggling.
Yeah.
I have an idea, but it would kind of be. I would have to drop the cloak, and then bail. I could glass half of the field. If you guys want.
Or you could just teleport us into those craters.
I don't have the skill.
That's
for
a little
that.
bit harder.
Oh.
Like I could easily. I have the skill for glassing. Like my security is decent enough. My control is not bad. Like I'd be rolling under a 14. But
I don't know. I kind of like that.
Yeah. He's calling the air support.
Okay, so answer me this.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using photon torpedoes? And I'm going to call it the last of your photon torpedoes because I'm a dick.
Mhm.
Or are you using the disruptors?
I mean, the disruptor would still have a pretty wide area of effect, right?
Not as wide as phasers because you have the banks and not the arrays. And they are in cover. So it's going to be more difficult to use the disruptors than it would be to use the photon
You know what?
torpedoes.
I'll do finish off our photons. I'll do a full yield, just and then
Okay.
and then just book it. Like you guys can just stay on the freaking ship. Don't get out.
Okay. So then, yeah, roll me control security. We're gonna say difficulty 3 because I have some threat.
It's a
Difficulty
14.
4 because I have a lot of threat. Assisted by the ship's weapons security.
All right. So I have a 14 in this, but do we have 3 momentum or 2? I can't tell.
You have 3.
3. I mean,
Use it all. Why
I'll
not?
use all of it and get 2
All right, that
more
gives you 2 extra dice.
because difficulty's 4, right?
Difficulty is 4, and 5 dice is the maximum you can roll. Oof.
I did it.
Oh my god!
We get 2 momentum.
You don't have
back.
a focus, right?
I don't, but we get 2
1,
momentum
2,
back.
3, 4, 5, 6. You get 2 momentum back. Um. You know what? Just roll me. Was it 3? So roll me 4 dice, and every hit is going to kill another defender.
Is it 4 dice?
Yes.
So 3 looks like.
3, but since you're firing at ground targets, and so none of like the extra breach things are going to work, I'm going to count that as vicious 1 instead. So that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's everybody. All right, so like there's this very tense moment when the 3 of you guys like walk out through the open mouth of the cave, and there's all of these Terran soldiers pointing rifles at you, and some sort of an officer and he's about to say something, and you hear it before you see it. It's a low roar, and they all look to their left, and here comes the fuzzy targ flying
Decloaking.
overhead, decloaking and flying overhead. I don't think the cloak stops the sound, and and just just tons of. You know what? Hold on. There's the decloaking, and then all of the explosions, and I think once the dust settles, yeah, there's nothing but corpses there.
I don't think I have the capacity to transport you guys up. You might want to get out on the freighter for now.
I think you're
Yeah.
gonna have to get out on the freighter.
As I
Yeah, we'll get
Okay,
on the
yeah, because
freighter.
you can't pilot the ship, and you know what? He can transport you over. You can transport from the freighter.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go back to orbit real quick.
I'm imagining like three holograms on the thing just glitching and like jerking around because my matrix was not designed for this.
Okay, so all of the
That's great, kid. Now blow this thing and get out of here. Let's go home. I don't remember the line, and I'm disappointed in myself. You just totally Han Soloed it.
Hell yeah.
okay,
Came
so
out of
then
nowhere.
chase scene.
Do we still
If
have the
you are-
Imperial? We still have the Terran Federation markings on us. We haven't had a
You
chance
do
to
not
paint 'em.
actually. If you zoom in on the front, you
Oh,
have
do
a
we-
new emblem on your ship.
Okay.
Do we?
Oh yeah, that's a Targ.
In fact, we even discussed whether or not you wanted to keep the markings, and we decided not.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
so
god, I'm so glad you put the like bad 90s targ on it too.
of course. Although the bad '60s Targ is even better.
It's even better because it's like a pug.
It's a Pomeranian with the unicorn horn attached to it, and it looks so uncomfortable the entire time.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, so you are just running, right? Or are you? Because you're going to be faster than the transport ship. So you
I mean-
either need to find a way to slow down your attackers, or you need to hold them off long enough for the transport ship to get away.
All right, is everyone on this ship or are they on the transport? It's just me.
The crew is on your ship. The player characters are on your ship,
Okay.
unless they want to be on the other ship for some reason.
Nah, but what's the cargo on the other ship?
What's the cargo? Oh, it's
Yeah.
passengers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We got room
And-
for them on here?
Yeah, but we don't want to waste a perfectly good.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Yes, it would be an economic hit to the station
Mm-hmm.
if you left the ship behind, especially considering that like of the 4 ships, you guys have personally fucked up 2 of them, and the only reason that it's 4 ships and not 3 is because you brought this one back.
Let me try something. let me try something before. Can I try
Mhm.
distracting them while while the other ship gets away? Can we try that first?
How are you distracting them?
I'm gonna hail him. And
Okay.
as a human, in wearing the uniform that was in our database from this ship.
Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Yes, that uniform is going to be at a date, so I think difficulty is going to be 3 to give yourself a an advantage.
I mean, I'm just trying to buy time. I'll hail him and be like, and from our databases when we did it in there, did we know that those were Terran Empire? Like, do we have a name?
I mean, I don't think all of the information was there, or what information is there didn't make a whole lot of sense because, historically, none of the details really matched up, and so you're not exactly sure what is up or how much of that information is accurate or
Okay,
why
but-
any of that information would be.
I'm gonna just try to use my
Wiles.
no God, what would this be? Persuasion,
Persuasion
cultural
could work.
studies.
Actually, psychology could work too, because I mean, you're just trying to slow them down, right?
Yeah, just
Mhm.
distract them and make them rethink. Like, wait, what is? Why is there just a Terran Empire ship that's like talking to us? You know, just trying to give them
Then
pause.
psychology from a like scientific point of view to like give them specific like types of information.
Okay.
Yeah,
So is this presence science or presence command?
presence command.
Okay, so this is a 15,
Difficulty 3.
4. And I'm spending a momentum.
Oh, and that actually it's going to be their insight commander security. Uh we'll do insight command.
All right, roll all those. Oh, I guess you're rolling one.
I am. Come on.
God's Darren, that you know what?
You get Go ahead.
I'm re-rolling that 20 if I can.
You can re-roll all of your dice for a determination.
What
As
did I
long
get?
as you have a value that applies.
Yeah, my chances. Ugh. All
The
right,
bigger the smile, the sharper the knife.
yeah, but also I got a 2 and they got a 1. It looks like. So you know what? I'll just
They
let
got
that.
it. They got none.
Oh, they got none. I'll just let that 20 roll.
Okay.
Or I take that. Oh, never mind. It's okay.
So then, what is the complication for you personally?
I actually take that back. If they got, I'm just gonna re-roll it since I have. This is the end of the session. This is probably the only time I'm gonna use this. So as long as I get 1, which I do, I actually get 3,
Yeah, you do. Okay.
and that gets us
Then
2
yeah,
momentum back.
so they just have like a like momentary confusion or conflicting information.
Uh,
So what do you tell them?
I tell them that we're a Terran Empire ship, and we're excited to see them here because we came from the past and blah blah blah.
and we gotta get back to the past.
Get back, Jack.
Yeah, like I'm doing like the because you know it's an old NX Terran Empire ship, so and send them the authentication codes that were aboard as well. I mean, they're
Oh, I mean,
really old.
nobody's gonna have that.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
but I'm
they're
gonna
not gonna
send
be
them.
able to check that because the
I'm
Terran
sending.
Empire doesn't exist anymore.
I'm sending them anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you successfully confuse them, so they're not gonna fire on you when you try and get away. So, James, did you say that you had something you wanted to do?
Well, when we try to get away, did we buy enough time for that other ship to get out, or are we
Yes.
still okay? No, I did not want to do anything else.
Except
Okay,
fly us the
so
fuck
you guys
out
are
of here.
just hanging out. Oh no, so you are flying away.
Yeah,
just
I mean, get out of here.
Are they out of there
Okay.
now?
Yeah, they get away.
Mm-hmm.
So give me James reason con difficulty 2 to get away in a way that isn't going to warp you into a celestial body, but also not let you get caught by one of their tractor beams. Like when they
Right.
realize that you're trying to escape.
This is verse an 11.
Use one of those momentum.
Sure.
Oh wait, this is a ship.
Yeah, there's
The
a
ship will
on this
help.
one.
Yeah.
I got 1.
Ship gets you the second one. Right on the fucking money.
The
Peace
Can I
out,
use
bitches.
the determination my path is always forward?
Oh, we did it.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
ship gets you the second one.
Okay.
You needed a 14 or better on the ship die, and you got 14.
Ah,
So you guys warp out of there
Mhm.
and head back to the station. You're actually gonna catch up to the freighter because you can warp at a higher rate. Actually, I take that back. You probably warp at about the same. Because what did I say? You guys would probably be able to cruise at a 5 or a 6 and
Mhm.
max out at a 7 or an 8.
Mhm.
You said 8, 9 for max out, and
Okay.
it was like a 7, 8 for cruise.
but honestly, with this old NX ship, I would be cool with like a max warp of like 8
Yeah.
or lower even.
Okay, so then yes, you catch up with the freighter, and you guys can sort of warp back in formation or together.
Mhm.
Yeah. We do
So you
that.
have some time if you want to do anything, because it's going to take you
While
11-ish days to get back to the station, unless you want to hang out with them for a day while your bentamite recrystallizes and then quantum slipstream back to the station.
Nah, we'll just travel with them.
Nah,
I
yeah.
think.
Well,
yeah, they've had enough troubles. We should stick
when
with
I
them.
asked them what happened, how all that went went down.
Yeah. So they were traveling back. They were coming from Starbase 247, which, if you look at the map, is on the far side of the Cardassian Union from the station.
Mhm.
So that's where they had picked up the Starbase 247 or 257 rather is it's a Federation starbase, but because of its position so far from the Federation, it sees a lot of Alpha Quadrant traffic, including Cardassians. So these were like basically refugees from the. Why would you do that? Okay. Basically refugees from the war, or people that had been displaced and put up new um uh put down new routes places. So then on the way back they had stopped there for whatever reason. You go through a
Mhm.
system, whether you need to discharge the warp core or whatever.
Mhm.
And the it seemed like the Tholians had been waiting for him, because they ambushed him, quickly webbed them in with their things, and
Mhm.
then they didn't even like try and board or anything. They just told them that they would need to stay put and not to resist.
Mhm.
They walled them in down on the planet, and uh, a few hours later, probably,
Mhm.
the human attackers showed up, and they had been fighting them off for 5 or 6 hours, and like slowly falling back towards the cargo bay.
Mhm. Any idea
So
what they
they
were after?
none. They were just
Mhm.
killing us. They lost 5 or 6 people.
Mhm.
None to the Tholians, all of them to the attackers.
Mhm. Okay.
Well, you guys had an adventure.
Um, indeed. Um, I guess now is a good time to introduce you to. Oh, why didn't I name these? Because I'm an idiot. There we go. I just happened to randomly grab the right one. All right, so real quick, you do meet the sort of like more notable people that were on there.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure to meet them. And
Where are they?
Um,
I don't see their pictures.
I'm pulling them out. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
So they're of course the ones that are not Cardassians. All right. So first off, we have Rock. He is the Gorn Elder. I'm just gonna pull the. There we go. Okay. He is the
Alright.
Gorn Elder. When you talk to him, he really doesn't have a ton to say. He is very quiet.
Mhm.
Um, he does seem fairly interested in chatting with you, Cassibius. Um, just like asking, oh, how is it that you are so far from the hegemony? Hegemony.
Hegemony?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that
Hegemony.
word.
Hegemony.
Yeah. He kind of he wants to find out a little bit about your backstory and why you are not with the other Gorn, because I mean, you are a good distance away from where your people would normally be found.
Yeah, he will explain him how his parents left the hegemony a while ago so that they could join Starfleet and uh, just do their own work. In that time, when he came of age, he joined Starfleet and he was put in engineering. He didn't like it at first, but eventually he found a lot of enjoyment out of seeing how things are built, how they work, and how they're put together. He really started to enjoy his time with Starfleet, and eventually he got a work at the space station, and that's where he just arrived to.
So you quit
He
Starfleet
was
though.
Yes, well,
Okay.
he did the normal Starfleet Academy for uh what is there like the equivalent of doing Starfleet to get some a title for engineering and stuff like that?
Yeah,
I
kinda.
mean, there's also
That would be the
non-Starfleet ways to get an engineering thing. You didn't have to join Starfleet. You could have like apprenticed on like any number of ships. You could have done like worked with the Klingon
he
for a
did that
bit.
because the space station that they were working was space Starfleet, and the option that they offered him was well played. He could get a lot of experience, and he decided over any other choice that he had at that time.
But you left Starfleet though. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So next is Tappan. She is rather a Bolian reporter. Works for like some equivalent of a wire service, so that's like kind of like the AP or Reuters. And she has actually gotten permission to station herself at the at Empok Nor, so that she can cover the Cardassian Union, plus like there's the human interest or person interest story involved in the colonization, and she can cover like rebuilding from the war. All right. And then Pick. Pick is the Antician. And oh, see, I knew I had other models somewhere. Whoop, I froze. Hold on, there it goes. Yeah. So he is a prospector. He has been negotiating via subspace to stake a mining claim on one of the other planets in the Tacit system. Um, you do not like the way that he looks at your ship when you have him on board. Like there's just a very, I guess, appraising. Track is the Nakul. There are not very many Nakul in the galaxy. Their planet, uh, basically the star that they orbit entered a unscheduled or an oddly timed cold phase, and so their entire civilization has had to leave their home planet. There are not many Nakul around. He is very quiet. Um, I mean, he's doesn't have any different of a reason for going to the star system than any of the rest of you, right? Which is um new, looking for something new and different.
Fame, fortune, and glory.
Yeah, exactly. Probably not fame in his case. And then Itami is the Janai. They are entirely quiet about their motives for wanting to go to the station. James, I think you can appreciate the artistry on the weapon. It is very well made and obviously like a weapon for use, but it is also ornate and like very pretty to look at. Like it's got gold inlaid in whatever metal makes the blade.
Holy shit,
Um,
that guy's like somewhat animated.
how about that?
Cool.
And then finally, where's that everybody?
I think that's everybody. I mean, we haven't met the captain of the ship yet, of the freighter.
Oh, that's
Really?
true. So that's Dak. Dak is the Adosian. Basically runs the entire ship on his own. Combination pilot, engineer, and trader. Um, 3 arms, 3 legs. So you see like his cockpit seat is specially tailored for him because he sits there and he can work 3 pedals and 3 different control consoles all at the same time. Watching him work is actually like almost like watching ballet. Like he doesn't even really think about it. He's just it's the same way that we touch type, except he's doing it with 3 different consoles at once. You have seen him around the station. He has sort of like a contract, I want to say, with the colonization, whatever the charter or however you would refer to the group. He has agreed to help them in exchange for a not insignificant sum of money that was fronted by the colonists, Ferengi financiers. So he is not a true believer. He is really in this for the money, but the money's not bad, and you know he has steady work for the length of the contract. Any questions about any of the passengers or the pilot, or shall we go back to the station?
I'm good with going back to the station. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go
why
back.
Okie doke. Any of those we can build offline, by the way, as supporting characters in case we wanted to add a couple of
Mhm.
named NPCs to the crew roster for complementary skill sets and away missions and things, because that is
Mhm. Makes sense.
how they're supposed to work. Yeah, so when you get back to the station, I mean, we'll just go to ops because that's the map that I have loaded.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, what's her name? Tommy?
Mhm.
Jet. was way off. She
Yeah, but
calls
it's
you up.
probably something Tommy. Like, she wouldn't go by her first name. Leader Tommy. I don't know. Sorry.
Tonda. So she's like Prefect Tonda or something. But anyway, she's like, I cannot thank you enough. Any idea why the Tholians would have been so interested in, a group of colonists? Do you think that maybe Dak pissed them off sometime in the past and it was revenge? He does seem like the shady kind of character who could piss off the Tholians.
Trying to make sense of the Tholians is like trying to talk to a brick of latinum.
And what about the ships that saved you? Dak mentioned that they looked like Federation Defiant class escorts, but you said that they're not from the Federation?
They're from wherever our ship came from.
We have very limited knowledge about them.
They opened up some sort of portal, so maybe interdimensional. I don't know.
Well, they also seemed like they were really interested in the ship and murdering the occupants.
Maybe I'll have to find out more.
So would I, but I don't even know how we would begin to go about doing that.
Well, we'll just keep an eye on them. Or at least the named ones.
Well, a couple of the Cardassian colonists had served previously in the Navy. So they are willing to take spots on your crew if you would like. Certainly not enough to get you to the full complement, but can
It's okay,
certainly help.
We get a damage control team.
Yeah, damage control team would be nice, huh? I see
gonna
that
need
your
it.
ship also needs some repairs already. So we'll get to work on that because you did mention that you would be leaving for the Beta Quadrant next week.
Yes.
Yes. We're another rescue mission.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. In the meantime, I've got a bunch of people to find homes and jobs for. So, well, I guess thank you again, and I'd say I owe you one, but it's definitely more than one at this point. Okay. That is all I had as far as story goes tonight, but if anybody had anything they wanted to do here on the station, now would be a good time.
Truth. Sorry, go on.
I would like to talk to the Ferengi ship dude.
Yeah, the guy who sells used ship parts.
Yep.
What are you looking for?
I want to ask if he's got any leads, and I will, and try to seduce it out of him. Any leads on any other salvage, like hollow emitter kind of, to make a couple more sweets.
You won't have to roll a seduction for it, but do me a favor and just roll a d20.
Just one.
Just one d20.
Okay. 6.
6. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So there are rumors of an old Federation I don't want to say like. You know how there's that place in the Arizona desert where they mothball old planes in case you need to strip them for parts?
Mm-hmm.
He has heard rumors that the Federation keeps one for old ships that were damaged beyond repair in the Dominion War, somewhere in the vicinity of what's that starbase by the Tellurian Republic? Starbase 214. He's never gone looking for it, and he doesn't know any exact location, but he does he does suggest that you start looking there.
214. Okay.
214. Here, let's put a
The thing on the map, yeah.
yeah, we'll call
I
it
can't
hollow
actually
emitters
find it.
question mark.
Where is this? I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Down, it's down by the Tellurian Republic.
Oh, there it is. Wow, I think they thought they'd keep it more inland, but sure, okay.
Well, you don't want to tow those ships too far, and remember that the Cardassian
Yeah,
Empire
Union used to
used to
be
extend
way
a
bigger.
lot bigger. Yeah. But yeah, that's what he's got on hollow emitters. Any other pressing business?
Not sure if I could upgrade or uh, change the space station power station into the electroplasma power systems.
That would require like removing the power systems. It'd be like rewiring your house, but for something the size of a skyscraper.
I want to see if
So
I could like make it better for the space station so that they have a better supply. Not sure if I could make it like a better capacity or more power without burning out their systems.
So the answer, I think, is yes, but it would either take you forever, or you'd actually need a for reals engineering crew, or you'd have to work with the engineer and get a bunch of engineering crew. Am I guessing right, Colin?
yeah, that sounds right. So you'd have to have a plan and also find the materials with which to do it. So I would just say that
I could begin that big
it
project.
you can start planning and talking to the chief engineer, whose name is Lidsey. Looks like Lidsey is a Trill,
Yes.
and between the two of you, you can at least know what you need to be able to improve the power systems. It's really just a matter of being able to find that in your travels to upgrade the station.
So I'm gonna take that quest to know what items do I need to look out on my missions for upgrading them.
Okay. James, Tom, anything that you want to do to sort of put your foot forward for the next week?
Yeah, I'm gonna just find people. I don't know, like I want to figure out what we're gonna do with our Jem'Hadar folks. If there's a way we can give them free will, like we were talking about.
I mean, you have I think, of specialist on that. There's a Cardassian who worked at those facilities.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was his name, Colin? I don't remember.
Jar Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
As well as, I don't think the Jem'Hadar has left the station yet either. Or not Jem'Hadar, the
The Vorta.
Vorta has left the station either.
Actually, let's just here's the option,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can either one of them will be able to like set the cycle so that they will be born and within the next week or two be mature.
Mm-hmm.
If you have Jar Lauren do it,
Mm-hmm.
they will have free will.
Mm-hmm.
And so it will kind of be up to chance how many of them decide to stick around on the station
Mm-hmm.
and how many of those choose to be a part of your crew.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the Vorta do it, Um, they will all be loyal to you and your crew.
If the Vorda's on the crew, because I imagine they're loyal to the Vorda at that point.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, but you would have to take the Vorda on the crew as a supporting character.
Yeah, screw that. We're
Oh,
doing
I
it. We're having the.
kind of love that idea though.
There are advantages and disadvantages to both ways.
What do we think, guys?
My character's all about the independent, like free will kind of pioneer
James
stuff.
Everoth?
He would be definitely on the not enslaving those people group.
Well, it's not necessarily enslaving. They are just naturally born with the deference to the Vorta and the seeing them. So actually, so if you take the Vorta's route, you will just wake them up normally. If you take the Cardassians route, then he will actually be tampering with their genetic structure to remove parts of their like natural physiology. And when I say natural physiology, really what I mean is the physiology that the founders put in there in the first place. But so it's not indoctrination, it's actually genetic to them. Still on the darker side of ethically
Yeah.
gray.
Yeah, I'm more of the lighter side of gray.
Sorry, I guess I mean that Grievous would be more in line with giving them free will to see how it generates and what paths do they take on their own.
Uh, the hologram is up for the Vorda path because the idea of freed Gem Hadar sounds terrifying.
Yeah, okay. James? Hello?
James,
Sure.
you weren't paying attention at all, were you? This
Wasn't
is a
paying
two-way
attention
vote.
even a little bit. Okay.
Ugh.
Nope.
Then I guess it's the 2 votes to the 1 in terms of people that were paying attention. So then we'll go with genetically manipulating them and seeing how many of them bother sticking around. So I think maybe at the end of the next session, since having to genetically manipulate them will take more time,
Yeah.
we'll roll percentile dice to see how many of them stay, and then roll percentile dice to see how many of the ones that stay decide to join your crew.
I think in general also we'll set up the uh Ketracel white, you know, stuff in
Oh,
our in
right.
our
That's why you were waiting.
yeah.
Because you
Oh,
have a
that's right. Yeah.
supply, but you don't have a way to create it.
Right. Right. Yeah. That's why we're waiting. So yeah, maybe we'll work on finding a way to produce it.
Okay, so then how about this? If you wake them up, on my next session, so that's not next week, but the week after, you will have to find a Ketracel white production facility and move it, or at least like obtain some specific pieces. Or you can just kick the can down the road and wait until you get a Ketracel white facility before waking them up. So like you're either gonna wake them up and then immediately be on the clock as to when you're going to need to do it, or you can just wait.
I think we can wait, but I think even just like having that plant would help us, in general. I think so.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna need to get one if you're ever gonna wake them up. But it's a matter of like whether you're gonna go hunting for one or just hope to stumble across one.
Oh yeah, but we should go hunting for one. But
Okay. All right.
James, do you have anything you want to do?
No.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Then I think we are good.
Cool.
So this has been Star Trek Adventures Empok Nor. Joining us tonight in ascending order of body count, we have Everoth.
Hello, I was Severa, and I was the Gorn of the team.
We're the Gorn of the team. We have Tom.
I'm Tom. I play Dan, the tactical officer and uh, frontiersman / freedom guy.
Freedom Guy.
Yeah.
We have James.
Hey, James played Tawny quite a lot.
And with the highest body count of the evening, we have Tara.
Hey, I'm Tara. I played the REH, and she kind of strafed a planet.
It
Which
was
is part of the planet, but yes. All right. Join us next week for what, Tara? Do you know yet? Oh yeah, right. Romulan mining. We're gonna try and save some remins.
Yep.
Exciting. All right. So yeah, join us next week at the same time, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Everybody say goodnight.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Hey,